Yay! Yay, 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 yay. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, no, not me, I'm tough. Me, I'm tough. Okay? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's me for light. Yes, the people spoke, so I must give the people what they want. I must just give it to them. So this is my birth story. As some of you may or may not know, we recently gave birth, yes, the both of us, to our baby boy, and his name is Wandile Jude Ndlovu. Was super excited. He's just so cool. Like, he's a pretty cool baby. Like, he's pretty chill. He's just bringing so much joy and laughter into our lives. We're so privileged to be his parents, and yeah, we're just having a good time. We're having a good time. If you hear that's him in the background, so mom life. Let's get into the video. So let me start with his due date. Story time. So yeah, let me start with his due date. His due date was the 8th of July. Note that. So it was the 21st of June, right? I was going in for my 37-week checkup. So we go to the doctor and he checks and he's like, okay, everything is fine, it's going well. But then he asked us, have you packed your hospital bag? And we're just like, no, we're 37 weeks. Like, we got time. We got time, you know? We were thinking we had time. So he basically was like, make sure that you pack your hospital bag because any day from now it can happen, you know? So we were just still chilled, like, okay, I hadn't even packed my bag. There were certain things that were supposed to go in my bag that I hadn't bought yet. So fortunately, after like the appointment, we went to buy everything that I still needed to get for my hospital bag. So we get home in the evening and we're just chilling, and then we go to bed, and around like 2 a.m. yeah, around 2 a.m. there, I start feeling like pains. So I wake up to go to the bathroom, I use the loo, go back to bed, and the pains just keep coming back. I sit on my exercise ball to try to like kill the pain, or you know, like I was just like, what's going on? It was kind of like period pains, but like sharp, then it would go away. So then I go to the bathroom again, and then like there was show. So just Google what show is. I'm not gonna get into that, but it's one of the signs that you're basically going into labor, or that you're close to going to labor. It can happen from like a week away from your due date, your actual when you're gonna go into labor, or days or hours. So it can vary. So I call Isaac and I'm like, Isaac, come and see, like there's show. So I don't know if we should go to the doctor because my water hadn't broken technically. So he was like, so I googled, and that's when I realized that okay, it can be like a week away from you when you actually give birth, or like a day away, or like a few hours away. So we're just like, okay, no, let's just go back to bed and I'll see how I'm feeling as the night progresses. So I go back to bed and the pains come back, and then I go to the loo, and it was like this uncontrollable, like I couldn't control it. You know when you need the loo, but you can still hold it, you know, till you get there. This was just like, shah, liquid come out, you know. So that happened, and I was like, this child is coming. Lamhla, like today, this child is coming, you know. So I go to Isaac and I'm like, nope, we need to go to the hospital. Something just happened. I don't know. We start packing my hospital bag that AM. This is around, yeah, about 2:30 to 3, around there. So we start packing my bag. Isaac is packing my bag, and I'm trying to get like the other things, like my toothbrush and those little things. So he's packing it, and then we get in the car, and in the back of our minds we were like, nah, this isn't happening. Like, it's not going down right now. Like, it's not the real thing. It's like a false labor. That's what we thought. But in the back of my mind I was like, what if this is really happening? Mind you, he was like 3 weeks early. Yeah, 3 weeks early basically. So in my mind, because of the 2-3 weeks, I was thinking I still had time, you know, until this happened. So we drive to the hospital. We get there at around, let's say, 3 a.m. Yeah. So we go to the labor ward. The midwife checks me out and she's like, okay, no, your water broke, you are actually in labor. And I was just like, what? I was just like, what is going on? I was in so much shock. I was just like, Isaac and I were like, what? Water broke. Okay. And fortunately, like, Wandile was fine and everything, even though my water had broken. He was fine. Like, he wasn't in any distress. I thank God for that. So fine, I'm in labor now, right? So the contractions start. So earlier on, where I was feeling like, okay, these pains, like period pains, that would kind of wake me up, my contractions basically had started. So I get, yeah, midwife, you're in labor, sharp. So I'm there, the contractions are happening, and now contractions, like, I feel like you can't really explain what a contraction feels like other than period pains times like 100. And they come in waves, you know, where period pains is just like steady, but this comes in waves, and when that wave hits you, it's like, whah! Like, yeah, it's something else. So the contractions start now, like, and it's going down, guys. So I'm in pain and I'm just like, okay, trying to do the breathing that we learned in prenatal classes. And then the midwife comes and she checks me, because they come and check you every now and then to check how dilated you are, meaning like if your cervix has gone from 0 to 10 centimeters, because once you hit 10 centimeters, that's when you can now push and the baby comes out. So she comes and she checks and she's like, oh, okay, no, you're 2 centimeters. I was like, 2 centimeters. Okay, no, it's fine. So the contractions continue, and then they give me an injection, right, to kind of help with the pain. That injection, guys, it didn't really do much. It didn't really do much. And then on top of that, so they give me the injection, and I asked them, like, literally a minute later, like, when is it gonna start working? And then they're like, we just gave it to you, just give it time. So fine, I'm there. And the way it works at the hospital that I was at, only one person can be in the delivery room at a time, like one family member. So what we had done was that my mom was there for like the first half, and then Isaac was there for the second half. So my mom is in there with me, and they give me this injection, and later, like a few minutes later, I can feel that I'm very nauseous, like very nauseous. So I say to my mom, I'm like, Mommy, I'm gonna throw up. And before that, like, I was fine, like there was no nausea whatsoever. My whole pregnancy, I didn't throw up. So I tell her that, and then she helps me get to the basin, and I threw up. And after that, like, I was back to the contraction pain now, you know. So the contractions are happening, and I'm just like, yay. Contractions continue, and then like later on, like, mind you, my labor, like proper, let's say proper, technically started at 3:30 a.m. right? So later on, maybe at around like 1:30 in the afternoon, yeah, in the afternoon, so the midwife comes and does one of the checks. At this point, they've given me a drip, and they've attached like something to my stomach to basically monitor the baby's heart rate. So at around 1:30 in the afternoon, that's when they were like, okay, you're 8 centimeters dilated. So I was just like, praise God, praise God. And then fast forward, the contractions now are hectic. Like, they've given me that oxygen thing to breathe in, and I'm like breathing in, like sometimes I'm not even using it because I'm just like, listen, this thing is not helping, okay? And my mom would be like, no, take it, breathe, and I'd just be like, no. And I remember at some point, like, so the drip was in this hand, my left hand, and like sometimes I'll just be like this because it was just so intense, guys. Like, it was so intense. And then the midwife would come and say, no, put your hand down because you're disturbing the drip, the flow of the thing. And I just be like, listen, you go do you, and I'ma do me, yeah, you know. So yeah, it was hectic. So the doctor I'm told that the doctor's on the way, and like now at this point, I think I was 10 now. I was 10 centimeters, and at this point it was like I had this uncontrollable urge to push. Like I couldn't control it. Like I was just finding myself like pushing for my life, and they'd be like, no, don't push, wait, the doctor's coming, don't push. But I couldn't control it, and I think they knew that. That's why they kept telling me not to push, because they knew that, okay, the body is just doing it itself. She's not even the one who's telling herself to do it, but her body is naturally just now trying to get the baby out, because I was at the right dilation point. So the doctor comes, and he's now like, okay, let's push when the contractions come. And at this point, I'm in so much pain, I don't remember what the contraction feels like anymore, and what no contraction feels like. I'm just, you know, out here trying to make it, you know. And my husband is now in his shift, and he's encouraging me, and he's like, just push, you know, push for your life. And the doctor was like, this baby will come out when you want him to come out, based on how you push, basically. So my husband is there encouraging me, and I didn't have any of that where it's like I'm cursing my husband out and I'm tuning him stuff, you know, like none of that, hey. And I think it's just like a stereotypical thing, movies and whatnot. I didn't have that in my mind at all. I was just like, we need to get Wandile out of my body ASAP, you know. So, and I think also him encouraging me helped me stay focused, because it's real out here in these streets. It's real out here in these streets. So my husband was encouraging me, and the doctor was also like, okay, come on, push, pull your legs up, blah blah blah, push push push. So I pushed. I think it was for like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes was the pushing process. The rest was just contractions and dilation. So I push, and then finally he comes out, you know. And I was just like when he came out, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I was just in so much shock and awe that this just happened. Like I just gave birth to someone, you know. Like there he is, this human who's been living inside my body for the past 9 months. There he is, his whole self, you know. Yeah, it was just a wild experience. That's the way I can put it. People ask me, how was it giving birth? It was just a wild experience. And yes, we're gonna have more kids, you know, God willing. For me, the experience, even though it was a challenge and it was a crazy experience, and even just the healing process, because it's something that you've never experienced before, it was obviously like it had its challenging moments. But for me, it wasn't one of those things where it's like, eggs, no more kids, I'm never doing this again. Like, nah. I get what they say when they're like, okay, you kind of forget the pain, you kind of forget, you know, yeah, the pain. So that's my birth story, guys. If you have any questions, anything that you want to know that maybe I didn't mention, if you're pregnant, congratulations. So exciting. If you have any questions about labor, about postpartum stuff, you can comment in the section below, and I'll try to answer as best as possible. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. If you feel my vibe, subscribe. If you liked this video, give it a like and give it a comment down below. I love getting comments from you guys, questions or just comments about videos and stuff. So please do. And we're so excited to be Wandile's parents. It's really a privilege to be his mom and for Isaac to be his dad. Yeah, so stay tuned, because we'll be coming at you guys with some content. Yeah, I won't say too much. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. #MomLife.